Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am so excited for this video because we're going to be testing a pretty innovative product out today, and that is a full cream eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty. This is the creamy palette, and I do have some other goodies from Sephora that I figured we can test out today, but this is what I'm really excited about because I feel like there's been many cream palettes from luxury brands and they kind of have that luxury feel to them. Normally pretty small, maybe 2 to 4 shades, and it's very soft, very neutral, but I feel like this is the first time I'm seeing more of a mainstream looking palette and it's all cream. I've never seen one where I was like, oh, like that looks like something I would wear, but I saw this and I thought, that is me. So I grabbed the gray shade. There is another more like brown palette available, but this one just called to me so much. It's so cute. We're gonna do swatches together. We're gonna do an eye look, and we're also going to be doing a full day wear test. Then from Sephora, I also picked up the Natasha Denona Yummy Skin Moisture Repair Balm Serum. I asked you guys if you wanted to see me review this, and I didn't get like the best responses. Like it seemed like you were kind of like, meh, whatever about it. But I was really intrigued, so I ended up picking up anyways. It's like this balm that's supposed to be really hydrating and prep the skin. So I thought we're gonna try that on half the face, and then on the other half, we're gonna try the One Size Secure the Glow Primer. I don't know, I'm about a long wearing primer that's also glowy. I'm gonna wear a foundation that I know how it wears and compare both of these as primers. I grabbed a lip gloss from Haus Labs and then also the Summer Friday Lip Butter Balm, which I thought maybe we could start with this and kind of use it to prep the lips because my lips are very dry. And then lastly, I bought this in a fever dream. I really did. I got the Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer Glow Enhancer, and this looks like it's going to be the most beautiful blush lighter of my entire life. I saw someone talking about this on TikTok in a different shade, but then I went and creeped on the website and I'll just show you. I haven't even seen anyone apply this shade, but when I saw it online, I was hooked. So I hope that I love it because it was expensive. And I've never tried anything from Giorgio Armani Beauty before. So let's start off with the eyeshadow. We're gonna swatch the whole palette. So they all just say creamy on them, but you've got a really pigmented kind of gray brown. Then we've got this like shimmery, it's like a kind of mix of like this white and this gray. I don't like mixed colors that much. Like I would just rather it be what it's gonna end up being. And then we've got a really creamy kind of light pinky white. Okay, this shadow feels way less creamy and it feels more of like a cream to powder. Okay, next we've got like a purpley mauve-y cool tone, kind of light shade. We've got a shimmer here, which looks like more of like a topper, like a light kind of soft silver. And that one again, the shimmer doesn't feel creamy, which is kind of weird. Like it feels like a traditional powder shadow, but then the mattes feel very creamy. But maybe the shimmer over the matte will be like really intense because of the mix of textures. And then we've got more of a gray. That one feels like a cream to powder also. Like there's definitely different textures in here. They're not all the same. Okay, she's cute. I wish that had like a little more coolness to it compared to everything else going on in the palette. I still feel like it kind of has a warm base. And then we've got a satiny, like kind of gray here. Again, it feels like a traditional powder. We've got a shade which is called Set, which I'm assuming is a powder. Yeah, it's just like a really light kind of translucent powder. I think to go over everything because it is all cream. And then lastly, we have one more very creamy shadow, like super nice deep black. I feel like that would be such a nice eyeshadow as liner. Yeah, the set you cannot see at all, but that I could see that being really helpful. From swatches, it does feel a little bit different than I expected, but I'm still optimistic. I did already go in with the Divina Prelusion eyeshadow primer as a base. I kind of was like, do I need to use eyeshadow primer with this? I don't know, like it's something different, but I just decided to do it. I'm gonna start off with the lightest shade first, just picking it up on a little bit more of a dense brush, and I'm gonna pop that onto my inner corner. Okay, it has like a nice amount of brightness right off the bat. And then I'm going to kind of bring that up onto my lid and into the crease a little bit. Maybe even just a touch underneath the brow. That's cute to start off with. And then maybe let's go into this like slightly more mid-tone mauve, but it's still pretty light. And I'm just going to start that off in my outer V. You can't see that well. Okay, I'm going to start putting that through my crease. Yeah, it's definitely making a very natural like shadow. Okay, I like that too. Like, I feel like it just looks soft and like easy to do. Let's go into this gray next. See what that looks like on the outer V. For having very fair skin, these are not showing up that much. They're definitely on the subtle side, so I don't know that all of these shades are going to be the best for every skin tone. I'm going to try and deepen it just a little bit more with the first brown, adding a little bit more depth. Obviously, you do have the black in the palette, which will add dimension for sure. Before I go in with the shimmer, I think I'm going to try and use this shade as eyeliner real quick. Just going to pick up a little bit and just kind of smudge that very close to my lashes. Now let's go into that shimmer in the middle. Just gonna pick up a little bit on my finger and I'm gonna tap it over top of everything. More of just like a topper that just adds a little bit of sparkle. And then what I'm gonna do, because I'm very curious, I'm gonna take the set shade and I'm just gonna do it on one eye so we can see during the wear test, like, can you just go in with the creams and will it stay really well, or does it need to be set down? How much of a difference does it make? Because I have pretty dry eyes. Let's just set one side for science. It's gonna be this side. Let's go ahead and move on to the skin. And I'm really excited about both of these primers. Like, I haven't bought a primer in a hot minute. I was especially excited about the Denona because I just feel like everything she does is so cool. So there's like a little applicator that goes into this space, which is really nice. I love that there's a space for it because if it was separate, I'd probably forget about it. So this is described as an intensely moisturizing fragrance-free balm to serum treatment that hydrates, repairs, and soothes. And it says you could wear it alone or under makeup. Scoop a dime-sized amount with your spatula, warm in between the palms of your hand, and smooth over face, neck, and other dry areas. Okay, I'm so intrigued. So I'm gonna do a little less than a dime, I think. Oh, okay. Well, I don't even know. Now I'm trying to calculate a dime. I'm just gonna grab it and just kind of warm it in my fingers, but I'm only doing one side of my face with this, so I'm trying not to go in with too much, but we'll do this side. I'm just curious to see how my foundation wears with this underneath. It does feel pretty hydrating. And then on the other side, the one size primer, which says it's for 24-hour hydration and all day makeup wear. I don't know if I've seen anyone compare this to the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer. I'm curious if it's gonna be similar to that because the claims are similar and I didn't love that with my whole heart. I just went in with one pump. Oh, I feel like that's gonna be more than enough. Oh yeah, I think that's too much. Like one pump would be good for my entire face. I'm just gonna let that sit on the skin for a second. I can feel it kind of drying down and getting tacky. Like, it feels kind of funny. Let's go in with the Summer Friday Butter Balm. I grabbed the shade, this is something vanilla, I believe. Vanilla Beige. My lips are so dry right now from being sick. I'm like constantly applying stuff to them. So I'm excited. And this looks like it's gonna be a really pretty kind of nude shade. I mean, definitely sheer, but smells really good. I feel like it's not as sticky as I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna go in with the Haus Labs foundation and I'm going to be mixing like 3/4 of the shade 40 Neutral and which one is this? I think this is like 015. I'm gonna do like just a little tiny bit of this to get my perfect shade. I wanted to do this foundation specifically because I know how it wears. It wears stunningly, and I've also done a wear test on my channel recently with it. So you can see that for reference versus these two primers. I'm just gonna kind of evenly dot that all over my skin. I'm just going with my BK Beauty 106. And I am going to kind of try and blend one side of my face at a time, not to cross-contaminate the primers, even though I don't think that I would. Looks really, really beautiful right away there. For the one size, I'm excited because I feel like a lot of long-wearing primers are geared towards matte skin. And I'm not a matte skin girl, but I still want my foundation to last really, really well. I mean, both sides look pretty glowy. And I would say that for me, the Haus Labs foundation is like a natural finish. It's not super glowy. It's not super matte. As the day goes on, it gets a little bit more glowy on my skin, but it can definitely be influenced by what's around it. I'm staring at both sides of my face, and I don't really see a huge difference between the two primers right now. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer. Just adding a little bit of brightness right underneath my eyes, and then a touch on the outer corner, and then just dotting that into the skin with my F02 from Cinch Beauty. Not to toot my own horn, but I feel like my skin looks really, really good right now. So maybe let's go ahead and finish up the under eyes really quick. I'm gonna make it super simple. I think I'm just gonna go in with this gray shade on a pencil brush, and I'm just gonna smoke that along the lower lash line. I really want to keep it nice and light. For mascara, I'm going to go into the Finding Ferdinand Lash Lift Mascara, which is really beautiful. It is a tubing mascara. And I'm just going to kind of do a light coat. I'm not trying to have like the most amazing lashes in my life. I kind of just want it to be more natural. I actually think a brown mascara would be really pretty with this look, but I don't have one, like without having to like move and go grab it. And I'm just doing the upper lashes. That's my vibe for today. So now, without any further ado, let's try out the Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer shade. So this is number 8, and it just looks like it's going to be the most stunning pink I've ever seen. Okay, that cap was on there very securely. Oh my god. Look how beautiful. Holy crap. Are you joking? I'm gonna grab an F03 from Cinch Beauty, and I'm just gonna pick that product up off my hand. I know I just swatched it, but it's still there. I could still use some of it, so I'm just gonna start tapping that into the skin. Obviously, if you need a little bit more bright pink in your life, you could go in with a cream blush or something underneath. But this, for me and my skin tone, is the perfect amount. Look at that. Look at that glow. Oh my goodness. I have never regretted buying something less. Like, I'm so happy. I just kind of bit the bullet. I was feeling sorry for myself because I was up like in the middle of the night with 102 fever, just not feeling good, and I was on Sephora. Can you imagine this combo together? Say Beauty Baby, the most glowy pink cool tone blush, and then this like just on top. I really love it. I hope that it wears well because first impression, so good. It's my favorite thing of the whole video today. So something interesting to note is that on this side of my face, my skin feels kind of creamy and unset, and just, you know, the way that foundation feels. And on this side of my face, all these products feel more set. Like, I'm not saying that there's no transfer or anything, but this is definitely way more wet. I was so intrigued by this lip gloss because it says that it is plumping in the title, which you guys know I said I'm done with lip plumpers. They hurt too much. I'm not about it. But I heard some people saying that they didn't like feel any pain or like irritation from this. And the brand actually claims that you will have burn-free lip plumping after 2 weeks of continuous use, which is so interesting. Like, it makes me want to just wear this lip gloss and only this lip gloss for 2 weeks and really like take a picture of before and after and like, is there a true difference? Okay, so Praline looks like a really interesting kind of brown shade. I mean, it looks really pretty. Let's give it a go. I don't know that it's gonna go with this makeup look. Ooh, wait. That is gorgeous. And it's very hydrating. Like, it feels thick, but not in a like sticking together kind of way. It feels thick, like it's like a lip butter. Actually, maybe I can do the 2 full weeks of using this, because that seems too easy now. But it's currently 2:07. As of right now, I love the way my makeup looks. The primers, obviously the wear test is going to impact how I feel about them 100%. The blush highlighter hybrid product is stunning. I love it with my whole heart. The eyeshadow, I think it looks really pretty. I do like it, but I don't know that it necessarily has something going for it. I would use it instead of a traditional powder eyeshadow palette. Maybe it would stand out for like those really dusty, crusty winter days when my eyes are feeling very sad, but that doesn't happen that often, so I don't know. All right, y'all, it is now 5:18, so it's been a little bit over 4 hours since I applied everything, and I do have some things to say. So starting off with the eyeshadow, on this side, it looks terrible. Like, do you see that? Like, the whole liner like creased, and it's just like, it's almost completely gone. So I did not set this side with like the little set shade. I did set it on this side, but it's still breaking up a little bit, and that is not a problem I normally have. And I have very dry skin, so I'm kind of surprised actually that it's like wearing so terribly. And I was excited. I was like, that little liner, like I'm gonna wear it all the time. No, it's literally, it's transferring. So I'm actually kind of tempted to return the palette, which I almost never do. As far as the foundation, with the Natasha primer on this side and the One Size primer on this side, I would say the finish overall is still pretty similar, but on this side, it feels like I set it down with a powder, which is very strange. Like, there's a noticeable difference in just like the way that my skin feels, but I would say the way my skin looks, still pretty much the same on both sides. The blush looks beautiful. So this is what it looks like for the Haus Labs gloss to just naturally wear off over time. I can still feel it on my lips a little bit, and it still feels like slightly moisturizing, and I feel like my lips definitely feel better than the way that they felt before I applied it. It didn't like turn into like any weird lines or anything, so I'm happy with that. Overall, makeup's looking good, just not the eyes. So we're gonna keep going. Alrighty, it is now 9:43, so I think it's been a little bit over 8 hours. Eyeshadow, I feel like the side that I set looks okay. It's not the worst wear test I've ever seen, but it's definitely breaking up along all of these lines where my eye creases. And then on this side, it is just like literally such a hot mess, which I'm not even gonna be mad about, because obviously they gave us a setting option to help with the wear, but I would just keep that in mind. If I use this palette, I would definitely make sure to set it, but I still don't necessarily love the way that this looks. I feel like for being like such soft makeup, it should be easy to stay in place. My cat just really, really wants to make noise in the background right now. So for the skin, I'm kind of shook since I use such completely different primers, but both sides of my face look very similar. Genuinely cannot say that I like one side better than the other. And this has lasted beautifully throughout the entire day as well, so I'm very happy with that. This is definitely the standout product of this entire video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. I'd love to know if you picked up the new creamy palettes, if you've tried anything I used in this video. Feel free to have a conversation with me down below, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!